along with Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got the Los Angeles Lakers and the Chicago Bulls. And now the Lakers starting group. They've got Embiid. Zion Williamson is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden, and it's Rose in at the point. Now here's Durant. Williamson is screen on Harper. KD passes to Williamson. Back to KD. Kicks it out to Williamson. And it's off from three-point range. Harper against Rose. Ball's knocked loose. Here's Williamson. Good work defensively by Pippen.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
To the paint, here's Harper. That falls. Nice feed that time from Scottie Pippen.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
They get the rebound. Durant, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Length helping KD there. He just slinks around the paint, waiting patiently.
Rose against Harper. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Clock at 6. Pippen can't hit. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Harden finds Embiid, and they double up Embiid. Kicks it out to Harden. Embiid, the pass to KD. No good from outside. Now the Bulls with it. Harper dishes to Jordan. Tries it from 9. And the call on the shot. It sends him to the line.
And the defining trait of the greatest of superstars, Jordan makes the players around him better. Mentally, in terms of effort, and in terms of their performance.
Harper with the steal. Pippen outside. And the Bulls with another miss. The Lakers off to a slow start. 4-point game. Rose. And he uses the glass on the layup.
He's so dynamic with the ball. Durant showing his versatility with that dish.
And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. On the wing, Jordan. Guarded by Harden. Outside Harper. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Shot clock at 6. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Here's Williamson. He nails it. And we're tied up.
And some pinball action out there as defenders just bouncing off of Williamson on that play.
Harper against Rose. And slam dunk by Jordan.
And you know how that play's going to end. Jordan in the air, adjusting effortlessly.
Here's Harden. It's good. This time the assist from Rose.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Rose against Harper. He kicks to Pippen. Down low, Jordan. And the rejection by Embiid.
And how about the anticipation from the big fella? Embiid is one of the league's premier shot blockers. And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition. And that helps get the rhythm going.
Pippen against Williamson. Rodman sets the screen for Pippen. Over Williamson. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Lethal from the mid-range. Pippen doesn't need much airspace to feel comfortable with that jumper.
Rose passes to Embiid. And here's Harden for 3. Rodman grabs the rebound. Jordan kicks to Hart. Pass to Pippen. Williamson against Rodman. To the middle. Here's Jordan. And he gets it to... go. Jordan's got 8.
Yeah, high percentage look for Jordan. It has every move you could ask for in the painted area.
Harper against Rose. Now the pass to Harden. Inside. The kick out to Rose. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Chicago making a switch here. Kukoc is checked in. And then for Los Angeles, Wembanyama. He's checked in for Durant. And it's the beast in for Zion Williamson. Here's Rodman. And blocked the ball with his palm. What a defensive play. And here's Rose outside. And again, no good by the Lakers. Chicago leading. Upside Pippen. Outside Harper. That's tipped. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Good, nice job down low. Harper's got his second basket.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Harper with the steal. And another turnover here by Chicago.
Los Angeles ball. Substitution on the court.
Here's Rose. And he finishes nicely on the layup. He's got 6.
And this is who Rose is. This guy's a warrior, never backing down from an aggressive defense.
Michael Jordan getting it done for the Bulls. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we've got more in 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
You know, they really made a lot of good quality reads down there. Took some chances, but feeling more calculated than risky.
So with Pippen sitting on the bench, this is Phil Jackson's lineup. They've got Tony Kukoc. Her out there with Jordan. Then it's Simpkins. And it's Wennington in at the center, filling out the middle. The Bulls shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And the Croatian swingman Kukoc, a valuable, multifaceted player who can do a little bit of everything.
Here's Westbrook. Wembanyama, a screen on Chris. Oh, and the jam by Westbrook.
Man, you see his eyes. Westbrook never getting off the rim there, and he has the focus to absorb the contact and still convert.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
They set the pick. Here's Kukoc, and it comes off the front of the rim. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. We all know Achilles injuries used to be career-ending. Kevin Durant says Dominique Wilkins was one of the first guys who came back the same. It was a motivation and gave me confidence that I could do the same. And now Wilkins says KD has really taken hold of this and become the spokesperson for this injury. So we're passing the torch. Kevin, back to you.
Yeah, passing the torch, David. Thank you so much. Here's Mitchell. Tries yet again. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Williamson, the screen. Here's Diaz. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. The Bulls trailing. Kerr outside. Pass to Jordan. Stolen by Mitchell. It's stolen by Kerr. Outside, Kukoc. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Simpkins passes to Kukoc. Mitchell kicks to Westbrook. Williamson with the screen for Westbrook. Tries again. Pass to Diaz. Left side Westbrook. Just 5 to shoot. Another shot. And he overshot that one, missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Passes it to Simpkins. Here's Wennington. Defended by Wembanyama. High post, Jordan. Over Mitchell. Jordan can't get it to go. The Lakers in the lead. Now, here's Mitchell. Jordan with some nice D. Can they get it? It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss. That kind of energy not wasted.
Here's Diaz. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the...
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new grouping. Longley's checked in for Wennington. Rodman comes in for Simpkins. Pippen's checked in for Tony Kukoc. And it's Harper in for Steve Kerr. The Lakers also changing it up. Durant's checked in for Williamson. James Harden comes in for Mitchell. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Now here's Harper. From deep, Jordan. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
They are committed to running the floor in this one, relying on their speed to get a lot of points off the fast break.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming. So they're creating some turnovers that they're capitalizing on.
Pippen outside. Feeds it to Harper. Rose with the block. It's Harden with the drive. And the jam by Harden.
Crafty off the dribble. And the moment Harden gets an angle on you with his strength, it's over.
Bulls trail by 3. Jordan passes to Rodman. Pops it up for Jordan. And stolen by Wembanyama. Driving inside. Kept alive. Outside, KD. Luke Longley grabs the miss. KD's gone 1 of 4 from the field. Harper the pass to Rodman. Here's Jordan. He sinks the 11-footer. Jordan's got 5 points in the quarter.
It's graceful. There's a level of dignity that Jordan has on the floor. Just so classy about everything he does.
Now here's Durant. Stolen by Pippen. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. There's 57 seconds left here in the second. Here's Diaz. Defended by Pippen. Scooped up. Durant. Good work defensively by Pippen. And it's the Bulls with the ball. They trail by 1. 18 feet out, and he connects with the jumper. Jordan's got 15 points.
And the beauty of Jordan's pull-up, he can do it running full speed or laterally in either direction.
And the pass to Diaz. Outside Durant. Over Rodman. The kick out to Rose. Shoots over Harper. Rose can't hit. Jordan with it. 15 points in the game. And he gets it to go from the high post. And it's a 3-point Chicago lead.
And when we think about the excitement that Jordan brings to the game, but what about the offensive fundamentals? The man is a perfectionist.
And the teams are going to have to wait before
the previous play is under
review. Bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
And even though, you know, you're thinking maybe we don't need the replay in a situation like this, still plenty of time. Time left in this game, and really it's about getting the call right.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And the keep in the call is it was close, but he had not released it before the clock had expired.
Yeah, still better safe than sorry. I think they did the right thing to take another look at it. And if it's so close that you can't tell by the naked eye, might as well go to the slow-mo.
Michael Jordan getting it done for the Chicago Bulls. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We'll return shortly. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Michael Jordan in this game, he has been everywhere.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
And you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Checking out the group now for Darvin Ham to start the second half. Durant is out there with Zion Williamson. And there's Embiid, and it's Rose, and it's Harden in a two-guard.
And as a free throw shooter, Rodman has his challenges. One of those guys who almost shoots a better percentage from the field.
That one is no good. Lakers trail by 3. Here's Harden. The kick out to Rose. Outside, KD. Williamson left side. Outside Rose. Fires the 3. Rodman grabs the miss. Rodman's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Pippen dishes to Jordan. 13 feet away. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
And you can just see the extraordinary competitiveness. MJ staying laser focused after absorbing the contact.
Now here's Rose. He's got 6. Here's Embiid. Oh, and the jam by Embiid.
And it's no secret that Embiid enjoys the spotlight. When he gets a chance to show off some, he seizes it.
Here's Harper. 3-point lead. Kicks it to Pippen. Back to Harper. Right side Rodman. It's Pippen on the wing. Covered by Williamson. Second chance shot. Offensive rebound. The shot by Rodman, no good.
Man, I thought he was making that in so close. That's some aggressive defense.
Harden the pass to KD. Back to Harden. Here's Williamson, and the dunk by Williamson.
Yeah, don't underestimate Zion's ability to work his way around defenders. Quick with the ball there and pretty shifty.
Now here's Harper. And the rejection by Harden. Here's Rose. The basket good off the assist from Durant.
Timeout.
KD's got 3 assists in the game. And now the first timeout called here for the Bulls. Chicago trailing here. Pass to Pippen. Jordan looking it over. The 10-footer. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on James Harden.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And so Jordan nails both of them.
And his work at the free throw line has been terrific tonight, making the most of his chances.
Williamson kicks to Harden. Embiid with the screen on Harper. And here's Rose outside. It's all in by the Bulls.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Pass to Rodman. Longley down low. Guarded by Embiid. Here's Jordan. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Zion Williamson. And this is his 4th trip to the free throw line tonight.
And what a performance he's put in at the free throw line.
Chicago making a switch here. Kukoc is checked in. Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
Love it when Rose looks to share the ball, especially when his teammates are open like that.
Passes it to Kukoc. Jordan against Harden. Left side, Jordan. Longley passes to Pippen. Shot clock at 5. Here's Jordan. The Bulls with another miss.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
And the passing ability of James Harden, elite.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Out to Kukoc. That falls. Nice feed that time from Harper. Kukoc has got 5 now. Neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
And you can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish.
Now here's Rose. 8 points for him. Williamson, and the layup's good off the glass. Williamson's got it all tied up now for the Lakers.
I feel like Zion with that quickness, guys are just not ready for that first step.
Stolen by Harden. Fast break, the Lakers. And the rejection by Pippen. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. So for the Bulls, Wennington is checked in for Longley, and Steve Kerr is subbed in for Michael Jordan. Diaz is checked in for the Lakers. Now here's Williamson. He kicks it to Embiid. Here's Diaz. Defended by Pippen. 5 to shoot. Here's Williamson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You're worried about Zion getting up and dunking on you, but you got to stay down on the pump fake. Skilled at using it, Zion will find his way to the line.
And he knocks down the first one. Simpkins, he's checked in for the Bulls. And then for the Lakers, Donovan Mitchell comes in for James Harden. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Derrick Rose.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Now here's Pippen. They get a hand on it. Fires top of the key. Nice jump shot. Good.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Williamson in the post. It's hauled in by the Bulls. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
And there's the pass to Pippen. Chicago again turning it over. And the Lakers with some changes. Victor Wembanyama is checked in for Joel Embiid. And it's Paul George in for Zion Williamson. 32 seconds left to play in the third. To the inside. Kicks it out to Mitchell. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
And that rejection had some mustard on it. Huge, huge play.
And in a close game, blocks like that are so
clutch, and that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
Pippen feeling it out a bit. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And the rejection by Wembanyama. That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. And we'll be back right after this.
Bulls 36. The Lakers 36.
And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. So with Pippen sitting on the bench, this is Phil Jackson's lineup. We've got Simpkins. Michael Jordan is out there with Kerr. Then there's Bill Wennington. And it's Kukoc in at the small forward. Now here's Kerr. Following the miss by Russell Westbrook. Stolen by Harden. Fast break. The Lakers. The shot's good. That's 7 points for the Beast. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Lakers.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And all game long, they've been finding blocks. Their focus on strong rim protection has helped stifle the opposing team's offense.
Now, here is Harden following the miss by Michael Jordan.
And just so difficult to guard the beard without fouling. Harden is constantly seeking out contact.
Free throw good from Harden.
At the line.
Sally, he's checked in for Simpkins. And the Lakers also making a switch. George is checked in. And so he makes both from the line. Bulls trail by 4. Outside, Kukoc. Pass to Sally. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Yeah, you don't see those over and back calls too often because they're just so easy to avoid.
So you want to get your coach fired up? Do something like that right there. That kind of loss of concentration will drive your coach crazy.
Bushler's checked in for the Bulls. Wembanyama, he's checked in for the Lakers. Donovan Mitchell comes in for James Harden. Now here's Westbrook. On the wing, Mitchell. 6 on the shot clock. A jump hook, and the Lakers with another miss.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
Here's Kukoc. The rebound by Diaz.
Well, the D's so tight on him and makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
Chicago trailing here. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. To the wing right side. Fires the 3. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3. And he's good on the first of 3. And the Bulls with some changes. Edwards comes in for Wennington. And it's Harper in for Kerr. And he can't make it. 3 for 3.
Yeah, being down 2 points instead of 1 thanks to the free throw miss makes getting a stop here absolutely critical.
And again, no good by the Lakers. Kukoc dishes to Jordan. Over Mitchell. No good from Jordan. And here's the break. George with the ball. Now guarded by Jordan. Puts up a deep 3. And they'll get another chance.
Yeah, Paul George not waiting around, wanting to get out in. Transition, run the floor, and become a dangerous weapon on the perimeter.
Harper the pass to Kukoc. Now Jordan, covered by Mitchell. Jordan against Mitchell from 11 feet away. A shot by Jordan, no good. Los Angeles leading by 4. Outside for Wembanyama. Wembanyama sets a screen for George. And it's George again missing.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
Now here's Kukoc. Edwards. Rebounded by the Lakers. Wembanyama's got his 6th rebound on the night. From deep, George. And it's George again missing.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Putting the team on his back as he often does. The tighter the game gets, the more Jordan wants the ball.
To the paint. It's stolen by Edwards. And here comes the break. Here's Harper. Westbrook with the block.
And Russell just bringing it right now on defense.
George with the bucket.
That's why you turn to Paul George. These moments are for PG.
Here's Harper. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're behind by 4. 1:57 left in the 4th quarter. Chicago making some changes. Longley's checked in for Edwards. Rodman comes in for Kukoc. And Pippen subbed in for Bushman. Kevin Durant's checked in for the Lakers. James Harden comes in for Russell Westbrook. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
During that last break, guys, I got a chance to hear what Phil Jackson said to the team. And he begged his guys to get after it on the break. He said, let's keep up the tempo, guys. You know how dangerous we are on the break. Be confident with the ball. Take risks. Move it, guys.
All right, thank you, David.
Well, the fact that he has that many rebounds for a guy of his size and stature shows you he truly cares about grabbing possessions off the rim.
And the Lakers making a change here. Williamson's checked in. 1:32 left in the 4th. George against Jordan. Outside Harper. Kicks to Pippen. Outside Rodman. Pass to Longley. Can't hit that one. Nice defense from KD. Harden against Pippen. Williamson outside. Back to Harden. Just 5 on the clock. Out to KD. That 3 off the mark.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
And here's Harper from the arc. And that's an intentional foul.
Dennis Rodman. First personal foul. Second team foul.
41 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Harden draws the double. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And an intentional foul right there.
Michael Jordan. First personal foul.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
Well, we're always wishing good health on any player, but for Kevin Durant to remain that way, that's when you get a chance to see something special offensively. Free throws always a little bit sweeter when they can add to your lead.
We've got 28 seconds left in the game. Knocks down the 3.
And not where he earns his money, that three-point shot. But he's a good shooter from that range if he's got space.
Points are an absolute must here.
Can't come away empty. That would be the nail in the coffin.
Inside, Paul George with the steal. And now they foul and stop the clock.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
And with the game in the balance, PG is a good bet to deliver. And he steps up and knocks them down, making it a 2-possession game.
And the foul on Harden. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Second team foul.
16 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
So the first one drops, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
For Chicago,
And Harper drops them both.
And that makes it a 1-possession game, guys. Got to be the biggest free throws of the game thus far.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
Outside Pippen. Trifecta!
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
It's the first. That narrows the gap to 1. Can't knock it down, and they really needed that one. Yep, that one goes in there.
Letting a guy sneak by for a putback off a free throw, that is inexcusable.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by 1. 1 second left in the 4th quarter. Off the inbound pass. Yes!
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely. And so it's the Lakers who come out on top here. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in.